Nora was born on a frigid February morning, nestled in the heart of a vast Arctic landscape, where the snow blanketed the ground like a thick white quilt. Her mother, a majestic polar bear named Freya, had prepared a cozy den carved into the ice, a sanctuary that would protect them from the harsh winds and biting cold. As Nora opened her eyes for the first time, the world was a blur of white, and the air was crisp and clean, filling her lungs with a sense of vitality that she would soon come to cherish. In those early days, Nora was a bundle of soft white fur, her tiny body curled against her mother's warmth. Freya was a devoted mother, attentive and nurturing, providing Nora with the sustenance she needed to grow strong. Each day, as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting a pale glow over the frozen landscape, Freya would emerge from the den, stretching her powerful limbs and shaking off the snow that clung to her coat. Nora, still wobbly on her paws, would follow her mother's movements with wide, curious eyes, eager to explore the world beyond their sheltered home. As the weeks passed and the Arctic spring began to melt the snow, Nora ventured outside for the first time. The world was vast and exhilarating, a playground of ice and snow that stretched endlessly in every direction. She stumbled awkwardly across the ice, her paws slipping on the slick surface. But with each fall, she learned to rise again, her spirit unbroken. Freya watched with a mixture of amusement and pride, guiding her daughter with gentle nudges and soft growls, teaching her the ways of the Arctic. Nora quickly discovered the joys of play. She would chase after snowflakes as they danced in the wind, pouncing on them as if they were elusive prey. She rolled in the snow, creating little divots in the white blanket, her laughter echoing in the stillness of the frozen landscape. Freya would often join in, engaging in playful wrestling matches that left them both panting and covered in snow. These moments were filled with joy, the bond between mother and daughter deepening with each shared laugh and playful shove. As summer approached, the sun lingered longer in the sky, casting its warm glow over the icy expanse. Nora's fur began to change, the pristine white giving way to a slightly darker hue, a sign of her maturation. Freya took this time to teach her important survival skills. They would venture out to hunt seals, the primary source of food for polar bears. Freya demonstrated the art of patience, how to lie in wait, hidden among the ice, until the perfect moment to strike. Nora watched intently, absorbing every lesson, her instincts sharpening with each passing day. Nora's first hunt was a rite of passage. Freya led her to a breathing hole in the ice, a spot where seals often surfaced for air. Nora's heart raced with excitement and trepidation as she crouched beside her mother, the cold air biting at her exposed skin. Freya's presence was reassuring, a steady force beside her. When the moment came, Freya lunged forward, powerful and graceful, and Nora followed suit, her small body propelled by a mix of instinct and adrenaline. They worked in tandem, a mother and daughter team, and although Nora didn't catch her first seal, the thrill of the chase ignited a fire within her. As the seasons turned, Nora grew stronger and more independent. She learned to navigate the treacherous ice floes, mastering the art of balance and agility. Her playful spirit remained, but there was a growing awareness of the world around her, of the challenges and dangers that lurked in the vast wilderness. Freya remained a guiding light, her wisdom illuminating the path ahead. They would often sit together on a high ridge, gazing out over the endless expanse of ice and sea, the horizon stretching far beyond what Nora could comprehend. In those moments, Nora felt both small and significant, a part of something greater than herself. With each passing year, Nora encountered new experiences that shaped her understanding of life in the Arctic. She witnessed the majestic migration of the caribou, their antlers glistening in the sunlight as they traversed the tundra. She marveled at the playful antics of seals as they basked on the ice, their sleek bodies gliding effortlessly through the water. And she learned to respect the harsh realities of her environment, the brutal storms that could sweep in without warning, the scarcity of food during the long winter months. As Nora reached her third year, she began to feel the pull of independence. She would often wander farther from Freya, exploring the nooks and crannies of their territory, discovering hidden ice caves and secret fishing spots. Freya encouraged this exploration, knowing that it was a crucial part of Nora's growth. Yet, there was a bittersweet ache in her heart as she watched her daughter venture further away, a reminder that the time for Nora to carve her own path was drawing near. One fateful day, as Nora roamed the ice, she encountered another polar bear, a young male named Kale. He was larger than her, his coat a striking shade of cream that contrasted with the stark whiteness of the snow. Their initial meeting was tentative, a dance of curiosity and caution. Kale approached with a playful demeanor, and Nora felt a spark of excitement ignite within her. They began to play, tumbling in the snow, their laughter echoing across the frozen landscape. In Kale, Nora found a kindred spirit, someone who understood the thrill of adventure and the joy of companionship. As their friendship blossomed, Nora began to see the world through new eyes. Kale introduced her to hidden spots where the ice was thick and the fish plentiful. Together, they explored icebergs that towered above them, marveling at the intricate patterns carved by the wind and water. They shared stories of their lives, of their families, and the lessons they had learned. Nora found herself drawn to Kale's confidence, his easy laughter, and the way he embraced life with an open heart. But the Arctic was a place of harsh realities, and as the days grew shorter and the temperatures dropped, Nora felt the weight of the impending winter. Food sources dwindled, and the competition for survival intensified. Freya, ever watchful, sensed the change in the air. She knew that Nora would need to learn to fend for herself, to navigate the challenges that lay ahead. One evening, as they sat together under the shimmering auroras, Freya spoke of the importance of finding one's own path, of embracing the journey that awaited Nora. With a heavy heart, Nora realized that the time had come to leave the safety of her mother's side. She would venture out into the vast Arctic, armed with the lessons Freya had imparted and the memories they had shared. As she bid farewell to Freya, the bond between them remained unbroken, a thread woven into the fabric of their lives. Nora set out into the wilderness, her heart filled with both excitement and trepidation. The journey was not without its challenges. Nora faced fierce storms that howled like wild beasts, forcing her to seek shelter in the crevices of the ice. She encountered other polar bears, some friendly and others territorial, each interaction a lesson in the delicate balance of survival. There were days when hunger gnawed at her belly, and nights when the cold seeped into her bones. Yet, through it all, Nora remembered the strength of her mother's love, the laughter they had shared, and the spirit of adventure that had always driven her forward. As the seasons turned once again, Nora grew into a formidable polar bear. She learned to hunt with precision, to read the signs of the land, and to navigate the ever-changing landscape of ice and water. With each challenge she faced, she became more resilient, more attuned to the rhythms of the Arctic. And though she missed her mother, the lessons Freya had taught her echoed in her heart, guiding her every step. Nora, the polar bear cub, had grown into a strong and independent bear, ready to face the challenges of the world. With each passing day, she embraced the journey of life, carving her own path through the Arctic wilderness, forever carrying the love of her mother in her heart. And as she ventured into the unknown, she knew that the spirit of her childhood would always guide her, a reminder of the joy, laughter, and lessons that had shaped her into the bear she had become. In the depths of winter, as the world lay cloaked in darkness, Nora found herself standing on the edge of an ice floe, gazing out at the vast expanse of the sea. The stars twinkled above, a reminder of the beauty that existed even in the harshest of environments. In that moment, she felt a sense of belonging, a connection to the land that had shaped her, to the family that had nurtured her, and to the spirit of adventure that burned brightly within her.